Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't going to beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Tecmo Super Bowl fans, it's Trojan 1979 welcoming you to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. I am welcoming back the Tecmo Ninja. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you tonight, Troy?
I'm doing fantastic because it's playoffs.
Playoffs?
Sure is. Hey, this is the first round of the playoffs. After 6 grueling weeks of Swiss play, we now have 25 Tecmo combatants out of the original 34 that are advancing. We have a matchup between Swamp PC1 and Pistol Pete. Let's take a look at the matchup. New York Football Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Why don't you break it down as we get into the action?
Definitely a good matchup. Very valid. You don't see it a whole lot. It seems like at most tournaments, people shy away from the San Francisco stuff, with good reason. I mean, Montana to Rice is pretty much mathematically, possible every time.
Well, here comes Tom Rathman out of his end zone. Decent return out to the 13. Looks like we have a lot of run and shoot, and we also have a pro set with no disguising play to go with this. So here's the up and A for all you Orengo fans out there.
Nice run. Right at LT. Good choice. Wonder what this play is going to be.
Well, it's a double.
To find a reason, right?
Yeah. Hey, you got 2 things wrong there. You got the race bias and no hidden formation. I mean, it's the only play with that formation with Pro Set T.
Yeah, it's like one of those, whatever kind of plays, But, I mean, I definitely would have picked, maybe the run 2 that matches that run 4 to disguise it up just a little bit.
So going to Rice. Desperation in the middle of 4 defenders. Rice,
wow.
baby. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, that's basically, if you did every play, you have a chance to win the game as the 49ers.
Yeah, I mean, there's
nothing. Fumble.
Fumble.
Picked up by the Giants. And so Swamp PC with the break here. And I see you have run 1 and run 2 in a similar arrangement there. Same formation.
Definitely good, idea to always try to, disguise your playbook.
Call play here. It's going down. Wide receiver 2, Stephen Baker. He's got the diving grab and the fumble. And this time it's taken by Darryl Pollard. So a lot of exciting action so far here to the 20. And drones catch up with him to the 18-yard line. First down for Pistol Pete. Now in the red zone. And here comes that run 2. LT tries to take on the blocker and cleans up the grappling player, does LT. So 2nd and 5 for Pistol Pete, middle of the hash marks. Pitch to the bottom, Roger Craig to the house, and a touchdown. First points of the game, Pistol Pete on back-to-back turnovers and a quick score, 6-0.
Definitely shaping up to be a wild one, that's for sure.
So
sure why you didn't try to go with LT on that to block the field goal.
This is mind-boggling.
I don't know. Well, it's some of those top-tier teams you never play with, and you don't really have, a mojo with it.
Otis Anderson out to a 19. Him in his practice pants trying to do some work here in this game.
Yeah.
Another call play. This time going to get in the JJ. There's Mark Ingram, the eventual Green Bay Packer, taken down at the 39-yard line on a first down.
Definitely nice time play there.
Same play. Going to Bavaro. Is open underneath and gets out of bounds. Well maneuvered. And a first down for Swamp PC1. That just happened. Second down and 2. Ricky Bobby's got 2 first names. So Sims underneath the Megat, who's in prison, and down for a first down. So welcome to the second quarter, 7-0. Pistol Pete over Swamp PC1, who has the ball on his second position. He had the ball for all of one play, and a fumble led to 6 points for Pistol Pete. So first down and 10 for Swamp PC1, and he's got plenty of time here.
It's interesting. I didn't know that Otis Anderson, actually, they called him OJ. That was like his nickname or whatever. I found that out during like a sports documentary or something about the Giants.
Was it the America's Game?
Probably, yeah. They talked about, like...
One of his teammates said, "Oh, you know that O.J. Anderson?" he was, I used to love him when I was a kid.
Yeah. I actually, I got a signed copy of the Super Bowl program at one of the live tournaments. I won it in a raffle. I think it was in Columbus, actually.
QB sneak to Phil Sims, and he puts it on the ground.
Oh, my gosh.
See if he had Hosteller like in the actual Super Bowl, that would have been 6, but third down and 7.
Definitely a lucky break. I mean, that could have definitely easily went the other way.
So here's pass 1. Oh, Ronnie Lott looks like he's on crack. Fourth down and 3.
A tough call here. No guts, no glory. Just go for it. It's playoff time, right? Go big or go home.
You gotta do what you gotta do. All right, so
great call.
Mega to the house there, gets the edge. Trying to make parole. 6-7 is your score.
It's funny, like, I always try to block the extra point. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've blocked an extra point before with fourth man down on Tampa Bay, slow as dirt, and somehow, like, he got it on a double tap. Like, just always try to go in. You never know.
Write that down, kids. Here's run 4 to Craig. And runs out of bounds. I don't know if it was intentional with 2nd and 7 here for Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete. I enjoyed talking to him the first time I ever played him in the tournament this year. And really nice guy. Big fan of I Love You Man. So I was like, Pistol Pete, it's from I Love You Man, right? He's like, dude, I love that. Well, I listened to Rush like the whole time I was playing him. It was great. Have you seen that movie?
I haven't, but I do love me some Rush. First down and 10. The band, not the conservative pundit. But Eric, right? Yeah, the race baiter. 2nd down and 18. Wow, they got heated in a hurry. So pitch to Roger Craig.
You gotta watch I Love You Man. You can't talk about Pistol Pete and not have an appreciation of I Love You Man.
I got 3 kids. I've been watching the Save Moomy Star Trek the Motion Picture for like 6 days.
Oh my gosh, that is so painful.
I suppose we should actually commentate the game that's going on here. We have a 7-7 game.
We're talking about Pistol Pete, man.
I failed on the social reference, and so the commentary has devolved into heaping pile of Trojan. So first down and 10, 15 seconds remaining. One opportunity here for Heave from Swamp PC1. Try to get 6 before the end of the half. Of course, in Tecmo, going with the run 3. Well, he wants a few more yards for scrambling, but what he does take away is his ability to eat a called play.
Yeah.
Single back formation bottom, hash mark. It's called, and that's what was lost there.
What
So
you're just talking about, yeah.
So, welcome to halftime 7-7. Pistol Pete, I love you, man. And Swamp PC1, I don't know you, but I think I love you. I don't know, maybe. We'll talk about it.
Hey,
buy me a drink
shot.
first. Hey, that's for good luck. We're really glad that everyone's with us here. This is the playoffs.
Playoffs? Hey, Jinx.
Well, I'm screwed. So I guess it's your broadcast then.
Yeah. Hey, little known fact, I don't know if everybody knows, but you cannot fumble on an onside kick. So if you pick it up, you cannot fumble. Did you know that?
I did. It's treated like a turnover.
Yeah.
Can't fumble it twice in the same play, although you can get an interception and then fumble it, which
Yes. Yeah, it's dirty. I hate that.
That's the Tecmo gods playing with fate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, condition check time, I think he needs that Hostetler mojo, but not even really going to the bench here at all. Pretty much sticking with your starters, and that's what you get with this Giants team. Is very rarely would you pull someone off the bench. Normally, maybe in the season mode you would, for injury's sake, etc. But the starters that you get are the guys you want to put on the field.
Absolutely. I mean, even Megget and Bad is still better than anything on the bench. If you get Hostetler, an excellent or something, throw him in. But yeah, stick with what you got.
Hostetler against this secondary would be kind of scary. Jump Pick City.
Dude, I got torched like one time by Hostetler playing this exact same matchup. We played a next man down in Buffalo, and he benched Montana, and I benched Sims. And he just threw it all day, all over me with Hostetler. It was disgusting.
Called run 3 there. Dave Waymer on defense, bottling it up, and we're looking at 3rd down and 10. I have a video out there on my own channel. I think it's over 500 yards running just with Hostetler. Matt Millen won the drone sack, and 4th down and 19. So on PC, known for his JJ game, feeling dangerous here possibly. Oh, he's going for the field goal. It's straight enough. And it's good.
That's what she said.
Hey-oh. 10-7. So Tom Rathman will return this one out of his end zone. Kind of low scoring for the high-power offense that we see associated with both these teams.
Yeah, you think you'd have kind of a barn burner, but, I mean, both teams also have really good defenses. And got to find some reasons.
Montana with the very rare miss throw, 2nd down and 10. I'm going to call run 3, so Pistol Pete going nowhere fast, 3rd and 15. Back to that single back formation. Reasons on defense.
Just let it fly.
Going up to John Taylor, and it is not deflected. Dangerously going back to the middle of the field, but does get the 1st down. So, nice completion from Pistol Pete. John Taylor would have been a number 1 wide receiver in any other team in the league.
Man, still using that middle of the field. It's dangerous, especially for all the different turnovers that have been happening.
Get out of bounds, kids.
Oh, yeah.
Roger Craig on the run 3. Drones are there, but he's just... So, what we're trying to...
He's like, you know what? Just tackle me in the middle of the field. I don't care.
Who is this guy? I think he is Suicide King 81?
I know, right? It's like, that's how we play it down in the bayou.
While you're eating your gumbo and your crawfish.
Yeah.
Tapping situation. Looks like Swamp PC 1 has the advantage in that department. 36 seconds of Tecmo time here in a 10-7 game. 49ers trailing the Giants, but driving. He's going to take a shot here across field to John Taylor in the back of the end zone, out of his reach.
It's kind of dangerous. Obviously there was a run call on that one, left everybody open. He gambled. It worked in his favor as far as Montana overthrowing a guy in the end zone. does not happen very often.
Well, 2nd down and 10 here for Pistol Pete from the 29. And he gets the bump. Roger Craig has some running room. And it's taken down as the quarter expires. 10-7, Swamp PC1 over Pistol Pete here as we start the 4th quarter.
It's a nice run following his blockers. Interesting choice of defender to use on that. Montana with the legs. Middle of the field again.
You know, that 19 max and speed looks a lot slower when the Giants are chasing after you.
Yeah.
Here comes Roger Craig back to the middle of the field. So why even have a sideline if you're Pistol Pete?
He's the pistol, man. He comes out shooting.
Well, he had the open receiver underneath and did not make the throw.
Yeah, the way the game's going, I wouldn't trust all the CCs. Just try to get it done in a respectable fashion.
3rd and goal from the 1.
Probably call run 1. Everybody calls run 1 in this situation. Because you think that the other guy is going to pick run 3.
Oh, and deflected at the line.
Wow.
So, I mean, 4th and 1, you like to think you can get it, but you want to make sure you're at the very least you're tied up here.
Yeah, LT can do, block this no matter what too, but looks like he didn't even get in. Playing it safe.
So on the foot of Mike Hofer, we got a 10-10 game here. Pistol Pete and Swamp PC1 all tied up here, and Otis Anderson out of his end zone. Practice pass engage. Let's take a look at these conditions here. Haas is in bad, so he's never going to. Hampton in good. Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker. Bavaro in good. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Swamp PC. So, pro set, and it's a dive. And he gets 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. And from a clock management standpoint, you want to be the last person with the ball. And I imagine taking your time here. Really just got to get near the 50.
Absolutely. Just play it safe. Stay in the middle of the field, stuff
right.
like that. Oh, wow.
Well, here goes Anderson already in field goal range. The one thing I will say, the Giants have that ball control stat that's far superior. Is it 75 or 81? It's up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is where you don't want to be aggressive like that at all.
Oh, wow.
It drops the ball. It's hard when you're in handcuffs. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to one-hand it.
Pass 4. Really staying conservative are these players. Jeez.
Yeah.
You play to win the game.
Yeah. Especially with Waymer. Waymer has some pretty high INTs.
If we were prepared commentators, we might actually know that stat, but we know it's high. 1st down and 10.
I know it's high enough, yeah. I thought we were just, going to talk about movie references and, rock and roll like Rush. But
you know what? Given the length of the days you and I both had I worked both jobs and did yard work, and then you did, running your business. You run out of energy.
Oh, real quick.
To even think. And there's a deflected pass.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, it was funny because I couldn't get a connection this morning. So I went to work 2 hours early to play my playoff game.
That's dedication, folks.
It is. I'm like, you know what? I'll just go to work.
I'm going to make the statement right now. Pistol Pete would have been better off if that touchdown happened instead of deflecting it, but now he has no chance to reciprocate here.
Yeah.
So here's another run. Anderson out of bounds, and here comes the field goal attempt. Here it comes. And it doinks in. Your final score, your winner, 13-10. Swamp PC won over Pistol Pete in, I don't know, probably not game of the week because it's the first game we're calling. What a close one.
It was interesting.
It certainly wasn't the broadcast of the week either.
No, hey, you know.
But we still had fun.
A couple of dudes like shooting the breeze, you know. Pistol Pete, we still love you, man.
Oh, we do love you both, man. Swamp PC won Pistol Pete. So this is round one, just to set the stage, which maybe we should have done at the beginning of the broadcast, like professionals. It is double elimination at this point. So being in the first round, no one is eliminated in this stage here because this is part of the winners bracket. We'll release the scores at the end of the broadcast. You can see how it all played out. So Pistol Pete will advance and face another opponent. Swamp PC1 will also wait for a loser of another game to play down in the losers section of the double elimination bracket. So a lot more games here for you this week and the weeks to follow. So please stay with us. If you like Tecmo, definitely mash that subscribe button here. Like the video if you wouldn't mind. And we're going to have another broadcast for you shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. This is the GBLAN online Tecmo Super Bowl tournament here in 2019, and we are continuing round one of the playoffs. Kane Molnar versus Simple Simon. Happy to welcome back into the booth this week, Vikingmoe. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. It was one of the most beautiful days we've had in Minnesota this year, easily, so long time coming. So I'm in a great mood.
So must have got above 30 degrees then.
Yeah, even above 70, if you believe it.
Minnesota, the other white Canada. Moving on to the matchup, Kane Molnar, Simple Simon in a Saints-Cardinals matchup. I got to tell you, I'm really excited to call this. I'm not a huge fan of these clunkers, but I understand the need for it here. The matchup options have been opened up for all players the weeks prior. Everyone was restricted to certain matchups week to week. Now it is wide open as long as a player does not repeat a matchup throughout the playoffs. So the higher seed will always be calling, always be the player one. And here we go from the top hash mark. Not much of a return for Svaisik Ahema. Here comes Rosenbach going down. He's got the burn route, but it is not an accurate throw. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. So let's talk about these teams in general. What are the things the players should be looking out for?
Well, I like Phoenix a little better here. I mean, both teams have decent running backs. The Saints have a decent front seven. They might be able to break through the offensive line a little bit and be disruptive, but I think Phoenix already has more explosive team and certainly defensively with Lonnie Young. That will be the neutralizer, I think, for the Saints offense. So
J.T. Smith, the intended receiver, and double covered, and it's incomplete. 4th down, 11 punting situation for Simple Simon.
Well, this could be a bit of a grinder. Both these offenses might struggle a fair amount here in this matchup. So it'll be more of a grind it out, move the chains type of game.
Hey, by the way, thanks for friending me on Grindr. I appreciate that.
I plead the fifth.
Oh yeah, 1st down and 10. We're only 2:56 in here, and we've already busted out the. So Lonnie Young on defense for Simple Simon. Crossfield to Dalton and Hilliard, and Kane Molnar gets 6 yards. So that looked pretty, but not a whole lot happened.
It's a hard-earned yards, and that's the way it's going to be most of the game here. You got to take what you can get.
Dalton Hilliard. It's very strange, these teams where the running backs are essentially your fastest players on the field as opposed to the wide receiving core.
Yeah, they're all slow, and I think Lonnie Young is going to be able to cover the whole field himself.
Here comes John Forcade, hero of the South, 7 yards with the QB scramble, 2nd and 3.
Great example there. Everyone's open. He still really couldn't risk squeezing it in there and had to just settle for the scramble.
Going to see probably a lot of run calls, and then, like you said, a lot of young all over the place. The strength of the Saints is their running attack, of course, and their linebacking core. Ken Harvey with the sack, and a 4th and 4. Let's see what Kim Molinar going riverboat here.
Wow. Take you out.
So, does have some options. Crossfield, and is deflected. So, turnover on downs. I didn't like the choice on that throw. I thought either keeping it on the ground or trying to go underneath, or excuse me, at the bottom of the field there. But turnover on downs, Johnny Johnson tapped situation. Looks like Simple Simon and Kim Molinar are about the same on the taps there.
Yeah, slight edge. When you got everybody open and you can't get the first down on 2 yards, that's a problem. That's the Lonnie Young factor there, and then getting it knocked down by the drone. And another misfire there for Tim with 2 M's.
TIMM. And here come the hidden stats, losing yards.
Ugh. What would Tailback King say? What would he say?
It's a 4th and 99, handed off to Johnny Johnson.
Absolutely.
He was the best player in Tecmo Super Bowl. Never met the man, but I kind of want to 0-0.
I really do, too.
As we enter the second quarter.
That's a 30-yard net on that punt. Maybe actually a 28-yard net. I might as well go for it at that point. Just, throw up a prayer. That's pretty conservative play there.
Well, it looks like I got Walsh and good. I think he'll make the field here. That'll certainly help move the ball a little bit with that 19 maximum speed now. A little more rushing power. And Ruben Bays and bad. You hope that your running backs get going because they can turn into mediocre receivers into halfway decent ones if they go into good condition. But first down and 10.
Well, Fennerty's on the bench. I almost kind of like throwing him at wide receiver. There's a little more speed out there.
So he's got Hobie Brenner in instead of Fennerty. That's surprising. 2nd and 14.
Yeah.
So call play, bottom hash mark here, single back formation for Steve Walsh. Another call play. Forcing it in against the secondary. And it's picked off by Taylor. And the eternal grapple leads into eventual tackle. So a turnover here, Simple Simon. It's still 0-0. And see if he can move it back 20 yards and punt it again. Nope, the pitch is to Johnson. Actually, a fairly decent run out into the marker. This should be a first down. It is.
That was one of the biggest plays of the game offensively so far.
Well, I think I need a cigarette after that. Ronaldo Turnbull tries to go for the dive, misses, and some good drone support. Johnson had an alley and was taken down after only 2 yards. Normally when the man defender is on his back, it leads to big plays. Man defender on his back, grinder profiles. First down.
Second grinder reference in the first quarter. It's a bad sign.
Here's another tapping situation, this time 10-9. Kim Molinar over Simple Simon. Tap faster.
Yeah, they're like one tap away from each other. Each one could be a toss-up.
I'm not sure why that pass was ever contemplated, but it happened and it's incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
I think incomplete's fortunate in that scenario.
It's almost like we're covering a Steelers game.
It has that feel of it. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, both these teams can match up with Pittsburgh, so Clunker City it is. And here comes this is not a gimme with this kicker.
No. Gotta
it's
wait
blocked,
for it to bounce up.
Blocked.
Unbelievable. Oh, no.
Welcome to the shit show. Pat Swilling.
Pat Swilling's loose.
And out to about the 47-yard line of the Saints, 2:10 tempo time in the second. Are you entertained yet?
I mean, the biggest play of the game is a special teams play. So, I mean, it's the third phase of the game. And ignore it.
It had nothing to do with Hayward, 2nd and 3.
Exactly.
Well, here's some formation race bias. 3rd down and 4.
I just don't know why you do that with that formation. Why would you do that?
Why? So Steve Walsh finally using his legs. Man, the drones on both sides are really cleaning up well today.
They really are. Well, and they're struggling. You have everyone at the line of scrimmage because everyone's open. It's a little harder to scramble. You just really have to just throw the ball. So just stay in the pocket and throw the ball.
So Hilliard now with the marker and more. Zigging, zagging past the 30, 25, 22. Should have got out of bounds there, guys. Kids, remember, if you're out of bounds, you can't fumble the ball.
Best advice you could give.
Oh, arrow trick, and he got the completion inside the 2, first and goal.
Time a factor here. Almost needs to punch it in now.
Call play.
Or now.
I think you have to call a run here. I don't think there's enough time to risk a pass.
No. Well, so much for that. Oh.
1 second. You got to be. Wow.
Wow.
So here comes the field goal attempt. Double tap. Should be good. Is
Can't
good.
miss that one.
3-0 on the foot of 300-year-old Morton Anderson. Welcome to halftime. The only kicker that is older than John Carney. I don't know if he actually is or not. And someone skipped halftime, and really we needed a break from all of that because damn.
There was so much action. I could have used that halftime respite to just take a deep breath and all right, ready for the second half.
Here comes Hayward. Oh, gets a popcorn and doesn't quite make the. Was the 15 there? They kind of flipped out there quick. So some conditions, some players in good. Floyd Turner isn't bad. No one seems to care. Gil Fennerty.
Get him in the game. Put me in, coach.
He's praying that Hobie Brenner is going to be a savior, I guess.
I don't get it. To each their own, I suppose. He's winning 3-0. I mean.
Call play, man. This is a game of call plays. It's like they're holding their controller in front of each other's faces.
Right.
Was this played locally, gentlemen? Are you kidding me? Another call play. Eric Martin. Last time they threw up to a call play up there, it was intercepted by Taylor. Incomplete that time, 3rd and 12. I mean, do you just send him down the field and throw it 80 yards and see what happens?
I mean, at this point, that would be the best type of offense. Said he's going to run on 3rd and long. Ooh.
He has had marginal success here with the running game. Has K. Molnar. So K. Molnar now with a nice big run past the 35, inside the 35, and a first down. So 3:26 Tecmo time here in the third, already leading by 3.
That was a 3rd and 12. That's a big play. And kind of liked it better when Simple Simon was
there's a Hobie Brenner. Well, I guess that's why you put Hobie over Gill, or I don't know. But touchdown, K. Molnar.
I think the mistake is you went away from Lonnie Young. You can cover the whole field with Lonnie Young in this matchup. Why are you using McDonald instead? I liked it better when Simple Simon was picking run and then just covering the whole field. I think he had trouble moving the ball that way. So I don't get it.
Well, here comes Sickahem out of his end zone. And out of bounds at the 11. So, if it sounds we're having fun because we know these guys, but if it sounds like we're trying to be pretentious, these games are going to be clunkers, and it's usually that way no matter who controls them. 2nd down and 10.
I just think they wanted me to eat crow about Hobie Brenner. I think that's what this is all about.
It's literally on cue, and I don't watch these in advance. I simply get the replay file and we go to town on it. So.
Well, subbing out the hidden stat.
He makes a good tight end.
Oh, you may have called it. Or not.
If he puts JT Smith in, I'm going to lose. Oh, look.
Oh my God.
Come on. Why?
They just like to have us. It's a painful for us, so I think that's why they do it. It's masochistic.
I get better reactions out of the kids that I coach. Of course, they actually hear what I'm saying, not like a time warp here. 1st down and 10 for Simple Simon. That might have been his biggest play.
That was a nice one.
And a call
And
play, second 16.
There we go. It's the theme. Called plays.
Pass one. Take your shot.
He's gonna.
Ernie. Rub-a-dub-dub in the tub and complete, third down to 16.
It's a big play here. He needs to get something going.
Well, go to Ricky. Is that JT in there?
There he is, right on cue, making us look like fools.
You can only hope to contain JT Smith.
At tight end.
Oh. Oh, my gosh. Ron Wolfley. Now, does he do like the local radio broadcast for the Phoenix Cardinals now? Or the Arizona Cardinals?
That'd be awesome. I have no idea. I didn't know that.
Third down and 10. Now, he has a podcast. I know that. I'm pretty sure he's like... Is Paul Allen your guy?
Yeah, Paul Allen.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Why do you even
play-by-play.
ponder passing? You could take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This ain't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
It's not bad.
Why do you ponder? 10-0 here. K. Molnar over Simple Simon, who has the ball and is having the best drive of his game so far. Actually moving the ball fairly well. But he needs 2 scores, and he's going to need one in a hurry because playing as player 2 causes some problems. He's got a kicker that's not too fantastic. Second down to 4.
It definitely needs an answer. It needs it quickly. Time's a factor now, so got to punch this in and try to get a stop.
Just short of that run 3 here.
Well, it's 4 down territory at this point. Even though the field goal could matter, but
Wolfley with the first. And the thing is, no matter what, you need to make a decision about 3 minutes in because you're going to kick the ball back and play defense and then score yourself, and it's not easy with this team.
right. Oh,
He's been trying that all game. Finally got a dive to blow that play up.
not a big
Clinical
fan of
play.
that play, but nicely done defensively.
You cannot take that sack there.
No,
No.
that's brutal. Yeah, you got to huck and chuck.
Your kicker's not going to be able to kick it from there.
Nope.
Oh, and a fumble. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. Lance Smith. And he might score here.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that's a house call and a gift because we just went under 3 minutes here. Simple Simon taking a gift from the Tecmo gods and going to the house. It's 10-6.
If there's ever a time you don't want to get a fumble on defense, that's one of those times. I mean, it wasn't 4th down, but third and forever. That's brutal. We call that like the low white offensive, where he just fumbles for his teammate to gain more yards. But that's crazy. You know, we've seen crazy special teams plays, and now a fumble to his favor.
And I wonder if Lorenzo White had 50 ball control, if the Oilers would be on par with the Niners.
I mean, they're pretty close anyway. But
as far as that number one spot, I mean, in the hardcore format, you can put your guys anywhere; it don't matter. But in then it's basically even Steven. But with having to go with those poultry running backs on the bench, it's a unfortunate thing that he's such a high risk factor. But back to this game, so leading by 3 is K. Molnar, 10-7. Looking to run clock. Has Hobie Brenner. And a first down out of bounds.
Continue to eat crow on Hobie Brenner, but I still like to see him use Lonnie Young and put a little more pressure on him defensively.
Nice job by Ken Harvey with the manual dive there, limiting the gain to just 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
He's got to get aggressive defensively here and really try to put some pressure on him to force a mistake. Otherwise, he's going to just grind the clock away. Tackles and bounds are always a good idea, too.
Oh, he's got him. So he was able to get in the path. he had a nice running alley and decided to throw it, and he's lucky that was just deflected and not intercepted. So,
right,
now,
we don't know the conditions of Lonnie Young. Potentially, if that shifts a little bit, he could do that. But yeah, I thought he'd scramble as well.
So Barnhart, I think this with Walsh and Good, I think that eliminates that possibility. But not what you wanted to do there if came owner. You want to keep that in the field of play, potential fumble, more time taken away. You probably lost 20 seconds there.
Yeah, definitely. It would have been nice if he could have pinned that back a little bit closer to the goal line, but not in the end zone. Now that gives him some time and some space to get a bomb in or a big play. Field goal is still going to be an adventure, though, with this team. So you want to obviously try to score a touchdown instead.
Well,
but
are you as excited about Anthony Thompson being in good condition as I am?
I mean, we're seeing the full bench is being used today for both teams. Really.
He's got a whole box of turds to throw out there in the field. All right, Tom Tupa, which I didn't see conditions there, but his velocity of the throw was faster. So it doesn't make sense to me that you put him out there, but I think you want the slower passing speed for the JJ.
His is still a 44, I think, to 38. I can't remember, but so either one, that's okay too. But I didn't catch the condition either. But kind of at this point now where you almost you need a big chunk here, or you just need to go for the end zone.
Pat Swilling against Ron Wolfley. It's a nice run here. It's just not close enough. Just not enough time to attempt a field goal. He needs another 10 plus yards or so to even think about that.
Now, I'm probably picking a play under center because that way, if I'm blitzed, I can get rid of it right away, like that pass one. But the key here is trying to pick a play where he doesn't pick it, so you have a shot at the end zone. When with the time, not a lot of time left, so the play call here is huge.
I think you want to back your QB up as far as possible to have that trajectory come down, give your guy the best chance of coming down without it being deflected. So you got to get some quarterback depth on this throw. That he needed to dump that immediately and didn't do that. So K. Molnar sustains the comeback 10-7, and really a game that, well, we covered, and I guess you've already watched it. So there it is. There you have it. I wish I could do a Jeff Goldblum impression because I feel like his voice is applicable here. But K. Molnar advances here in the winner side of things. He'll be facing Madtown Split Stars, the number 1 seed, coming up here. And then Simple Simon will go down into the losers bracket of this tournament. So he'll have to battle his way back if he wants a chance at Tecmo Glory. They're $100 prizes to first and second place up on the line. And then we also do have another bracket for consolation that's in the works for those that didn't make the primary bracket, that they are competing for prize as well. So plenty of Tecmo here on this broadcast and in the weeks to come as we get closer and closer to the final. So for Vikingmoe, this is Trojan 1979. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We've got another game for you coming shortly. And we're back. It's Trojan 1979. Still got Vikingmoe with me. How you doing?
I'm still great. Thank you.
And it's still the playoffs. Bob Sacamano and Simple Simon. God, that's I'm always going to have fun doing that. I don't know if you're all sick of hearing it already, but I mean, we are in playoffs after the long 6 weeks. Moving on here. This is round 1 of the playoffs. So it is a double elimination tournament. So the loser of this game is still in the tournament. We'll move on into the loser's bracket, and then the winner advances on in the winner's side of things. So we'll get you updated on scores at the end of the broadcast. But this matchup, higher seed calls it. Bob Sacamano chooses Jets and the Cowboys. One of the classic matchups. Why don't you break it down for us?
Yeah, I like this one. The key for me is you got Eddie Mack for the Jets at safety, who, when all conditions are average, and can jump pick Aikman. So that's a huge X factor for me in terms of avoiding that situation. So I think you have to adjust your playbook accordingly. Otherwise, I mean, pretty good teams here. I like the matchup. I think it's otherwise pretty even, but to me, if you can take advantage of that, that's the biggest difference.
Nice return by Brad Baxter. First down and 10. And we'll see O'Brien. Let's see if he can make a connection to the Wisconsin Badger L-Toon. And O'Brien doing it with his legs here early. 5 yards on first down, 2nd and 5 will be from the bottom hash mark now. And you can get yards in chunks at times, but with the Jets, it's a little bit harder.
Definitely a little bit more grindy. It's nice to get two running backs that are 44 MS that you hope maybe one gets into a better condition and can really make a difference.
So here's the run to Johnny Hector. Buying some time. Nice run by Bob Sacamano. 4th down and 3. We saw on that prior play, he likes to operate near the line of scrimmage with his passes.
He's great at that, and Bob's also known as Eric Odell's his real name. That's kind of how I know him as. But he's really expanded his game, I think, especially what he's been able to do with the running game. But he's always been a really sneaky passer. That pass, too, he's genius with it, so he does magical things.
I wonder if someday, if he ever gets pulled over, are you Eric Bob Sacamano Odell? Kind of like, are you Ron Tater Salad White? You got me. You caught the tater. First down for Bob Sacamano.
Grinding out here, showing really good patience. So you like to see that when you're playing the Jets.
Blair Thomas, and you're going to see a three-headed horse here for the run attack. Not a lot there, but just keep moving it forward. 3rd down and 4.
Well, I like that he's tackling him in bounds. That's still a win. Not a lot of yardage, and you're taking a chance with the fumble there. So
cross field to Mark Boyer is intercepted by Manny Hendricks. So nice bait there by Purple Haze. I think he had him earlier, and he took too long to make that decision, and that's what led to that interception.
Yeah, just a split second too long. Emmitt Smith here, obviously, if they can get him going, that's going to be a big part of Dallas moving the ball here.
Yeah, 56 maximum speed and gauge. Here's McMillan underneath. Oh, and James Hasty and company are there. He had a chance over the top. There was enough spacing there.
I think he was just waiting for him to bail so he could dump it off short, and he never did. So it's going to add a little bit of pressure to him and had to take the sack.
No, he's forcing it. And he's got the covered catch to Kelvin Martin. First down, Purple Haze.
Wow, that was very fortunate for Purple Haze. That's all I can say.
Eric McMillan on defense at the top safety position. And here's run through. Only one lead blocker here. So Smith not with a lot of running room. 2nd down and 8.
Looks like he's picking some run here to try to contain Emmitt. So I think it's just a matter of guessing right when he does call pass to get that stop.
I got to say, I'm not a huge fan of pass 2 with McMillan in his position and the total jump pick factor because you lose the ability to throw that hot route.
Absolutely.
3rd down and 8.
Since you have the I-form run, you could almost do that I-form pass and pass 2. That's what we're talking about right there.
Absolutely. Well, field goal attempt here. Looks to be straight here. It is. So 3-0. Purple Haze taking advantage of the turnover. And now is in the driver's seat as he will get the first possession in the second half. So up 3-0. Brad Baxter out of his end zone for Bob Sacamano to the 10. Nice return last time up past the 15 and out of bounds at the 16. Welcome to the second quarter. 3-0. Purple Haze over Bob Sacamano.
Well, needs an answer here, obviously, after throwing that pick, but nice job just holding him to 3. Clock management will be important. I'd almost like to see him score quickly here. That way it gives, we have to give the ball back, gives you a chance to potentially get a stop, or if you give up a score, you'll still have time left for yourself. So a quick score would be good. If you don't get one, then you can try to grind the whole quarter away, but it's a little trickier.
Offset I formation. Here's run 4. Right up the middle. Blair Thomas is moving. Zigging, zagging to the 40, 45. Out of bounds to the 49-yard line. First down, Bob Secamano.
Well, that's a good start.
He's not the best color commentator for nothing, folks.
Sometimes that's all you need to say. Less is more. Oh.
It was good. Second down and 10.
It's different when it's radio because they can't see what you're saying. When they can see it, you don't need to say that much. I think they get it.
Here goes O'Brien with his legs. Third down and 4.
I have more of a face for radio anyway, so.
I agree. The nice thing about being a medical provider is you can put the surgical masks on. First down for Bob Sacamano's Jets.
Well, that's how I met my wife. I was wearing a mask, so that's why I thought I had a chance. You didn't see my whole face.
Must have some sexy damn eyebrows, though.
Right.
I got the sexiest unibrow in Tecmo. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line, 2nd and 3. Ladies.
Ladies.
That's so awesome. I want to be you when I grow up. Used to want to be Darth Rockman. Oh, he's got him in the back of the end zone. Is that Mark Boyer? It is.
Redemption. Big play. Well,
I knew that because I know he's like one of the only white guys on the field that isn't throwing the ball. But
deductive reasoning is what we call that.
Is that kind of like the scientific method?
No, not at all.
No. Well, I need to go back to school. Pat Lee kicks it to Smith. Why is Smith returning kicks?
Why not?
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter, really, at this point. Some people prefer Novacek, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like they have a super high hitting power guy that's going to make a big difference, or a high ball control guy. So, but big answer there. Going back for Odell to punch that one in, just barely zipped that one in again, cutting those a little close. But now key is can Simple Simon double dip? I'm sorry, Purple Haze. Beg your pardon.
Well, Kelvin Bryant had that big completion earlier, and now he's in bad condition. So we'll see if that plays a factor. Single back formation for Purple Haze now from his 11. He's doing a lot of this run 3 business. Really, I applaud him for sticking with it, because with that 56 maximum speed, Smith could get loose on there's just a lot of traffic to navigate on defense against that play. So 2nd down and 15. I thought he might go back to that run 3 again, honestly, but we got a cross field pass to Novacek. Oh, that's some garbage right there. Purple Haze with a completion, but that could have been picked easy.
Second big CC that Hazy's got here.
Well, here comes Emmitt Smith, and now Bob Sacramento's man defender is on the back, and this should be a score.
Oh!
The drones are moving quickly, but here comes Smith, and that's a house call touchdown, Purple Haze.
Well, really great foreshadowing on your part. It's just talking about how Emmitt can be a big play waiting to happen, and that's why the run game's still such a big factor. Even with not a lot of time left, you don't have to go to the air necessarily, because that big play can happen. And just a little too aggressive with the dive on that play for Bob, Eric, and to really let's just play contained so I don't give up that big play. But that's what happened, and there might be a little bit of time left here for him to huck and chuck one.
That's one of those situations where being able to tap as a running back elite team can really come into play, and that's where tappers often like to play with fast running backs or maybe high pass control quarterbacks so they can get a CC down the field and then tap away. But anyway, underneath to Hector, just goes out of bounds as Bob Sacamano. Welcome to halftime, 10-7 your score. It's been entertaining to watch. Both these players are good, except they skipped halftime, and so I'm going to have to give a knuckle sandwich to one of them.
Well, they give me no chance to recapitulate when they skip halftime like this. So now we're just right back into the action again. And, and here we go. But Purple Haze, like I said, got going for the double dip here. Scores before half, doesn't give up a score. Now he gets the ball back. So a chance to go up 2 scores.
Playmaker's in good, so that could be fun. Purple Haze has been in the driver's seat. Kind of been in that initiative for in this game. Bob Secamano, a really good player. We'll see how he navigates what Purple Haze has been able to do. I personally played him in this matchup in the past, and in the other times I had played him, we didn't complete the game, but it was pretty clear that he was going to come out on top. But in the other games that we had played, I had a little bit of advantage. But when you slowed it down like this, he kind of had just that whole meta between calling pass 1 and run 3 and making you guess. He's been really good at that, and I mean he's getting this ground game going with Smith, and that is the foundation of everything.
That is a huge play, and you can make the run plays count. That's going to open up the whole playbook. So,
going to call pass play, risky throw here. You're in scoring range here. I'm just more of a fan of maybe eating that. Purple Haze has been able to get a couple glorious covered catches, but he has an opportunity here to go up, another score. So you got to take some care of the ball.
Well, do you think Odell might be sitting on pass because that's the best chance he has to maybe get that big turnover, using Easy Mac back there to maybe get that jump pick? So I'm not surprised he was sitting on that pass too, but I think don't get too far away from the running game that's got you here.
You tried to get Novacek down the field there, but the drone deflection is there. I did like Sacamano's initiative to force the throw.
Put the pressure on. Maybe
this is a bump coming up. Oh, the bump did not happen. That could have been a lot worse than it was. Third down and 5.
Well, if he holds him to a field goal here, that'd be enormous.
That's a risky throw,
Ooh.
and Sacamano did everything perfectly there and still couldn't get the interception. So
I would have liked to see this cycle.
Oh, it's blocked! Block!
Oh, unbelievable.
Sacamano sustains.
Like,
it is.
This whole tournament, there's so many blocks.
I put a blocked field goal hack in the ROM. Y'all just don't know it.
I knew it. You sly dog.
So I can't wait to post in Discord and bitch about. I'm going to foreshadow this here because I'm going to make the announcement after this game. I'm going to complain about it, and then the Shield is going to berate me for complaining about it. This will happen, and then I will post a screenshot in the following broadcast proving my ability to tell the future. Is it deductive reasoning, or I think that's just past precedent.
Yeah, it's really prophetic, is what it is. Oh,
I didn't think that was coming, but it is. So he wanted Boyer again. Boyer has a touchdown already and giving the ball back to Purple Haze. I wonder if that was a misclick. It didn't look like it had any chance at all.
It must have been. I just haven't seen, Odell play this way. He doesn't usually make mistakes like this. He's so great at cycling and getting you to auto dive and all those sorts of things, timing passes, burn routes, and I'm just not seeing any of that so far.
I mean, the one thing that can come play, and as the viewers watch this, you don't see the leg that the players experience and the connection between the two players. Now, you're talking about Michigan to Ohio, but they could have had a number of factors. So if there's any leg, that can often lead to that sort of thing. You're seeing it, the replay, as the emulator records the inputs, and it's playing back in a standard time. So you'll never see the leg come into play. But Smith now going to the house, so Smith is a huge factor in this game, and he's pulling away from Bob Sacamano.
Yeah, you make a good point. Sometimes you get a big lag spike when you're trying to cycle through or something like that, or it can slow a defender down, and it can definitely affect the game with the online experience. So could have been something like that, and could have just been a mistake. Sometimes good players still make mistakes. We are human, but really needs to get something going here, needs to score and then another stop. So time's running out here.
So down by 10, Bob Sacamano does have the player one factor for onside kicks in his favor. If he were to get down to Altoon or get a quick 3 or 6 here. Well, that's not going to happen that way. But if you were, then you can just play defense and hope for the best. The problem is he hasn't had much success stopping the attack of the Dallas Cowboys.
Evan Smith's been big.
And this play's worked to success. This the only play with consistent success has been this run 4. And now you wonder if Purple Haze is going to try to sit on this play at all.
Yeah, a couple big plays from it for sure. But right now, give some credit to Hazy. He's played some good D in this game.
So run 3 here, back to back. See, you're getting the point, like the magic number is about 3 minutes. That's when you want to score because you have enough time to play defense, get back, and not feel completely rushed where you have to just chuck it at the first play. So a nice run here. I think at this point you keep trying to score the touchdown. But if you get, one more play here. If he gets another loss, I think you have to kick it.
Needs another chunk. Trying that run 4. Better defended that time by Hazy.
I don't think he gave it enough chance there, but here he goes. Freeman McNeil, 20. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know why he didn't want to score there, but
did he forget that he's not?
Oh, he wants the right distance for the JJ. He wanted the right distance from the end zone to get a curl route JJ. That's what he was going for.
He's run 4 again, and this is a house call. Freeman McNeil. So it's a run 4 special here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. It doesn't matter who they put in there. Freeman McNeil. The only other gaggle of running backs that the Jets have, but nice touchdown, nice drive from Bob Sacamano when he needed it. So with 2 minutes, I would expect maybe not either an onside or non-full meter kick.
There it is.
And here comes Aikman. So Big Booty Aikman's not going to hurt you on the return, too bad. And there's first down and 10 here. So you can give up a field goal. You can't give up a touchdown or more than like 1 first down.
Key is if you give up a field goal, you have to give it up quick, which means, probably a 3 and out here is going to try to force the issue.
Oh, risky cross-field throw. The drone was too close.
I like the idea that I guess you could call it a delayed blitz there. Just put some pressure on it and force into coverage. Almost worked.
And I don't know if that knocks Ken Willis out of field goal range, but I don't even know that you attempted at this point anyway.
Yeah, that's tight. Be better just to waste time and even punt, or if you can think you can pin him back. But
one thing, if you do get 3 on the board, is you do get the whole advantage of another 30-second runoff from a kickoff. And Novacek, it's worth the throw across field here. The problem is now you have no chance with Ken Willis. So you basically have to punt this ball, and you're going to gain all of like 30 yards or so.
The key is the time you can waste, and pretty good blocking there.
This is going to be a touchback.
That's too much, unfortunately. Could have wasted some more time, but still wasted a decent amount, and now he's got room. So we're looking at probably a couple back and B tries here, maybe just one if it's not a pick play. Or a run for.
Yeah, the time you want that play to work there is right there. So, run 3, wow. So he is putting all of this on one play. So if it's called, he has no chance.
Yeah, I like trying to call what you want to do the play before, just in case it's a blitz. You can just throw it away and try one more time. But it's all eggs in one basket here. So huge play call, and who's going to try to send deep here? I think it's tune time. Maybe Blair Thomas.
JoJo comes down with it. Brad Paxton's good. The receptions aren't stellar on a lot of these guys, but at the very least, he's got a chance.
He needs to get someone down there. Can you get someone down there? And do you blitz if you're the Cowboys? I don't know. I think you'll probably take hold and drop back.
Yeah, I think he's too far up to try that. It's hard to recover. So, good chance it might be going to the top here. Baxter, this isn't not long enough, is it?
No.
And it's intercepted, so get out of bounds. And that is your ball game. Purple Haze triumphant over Bob Secamano, 17-14, in a game that was obviously played between two really good Tecmo players. Purple Haze taking advantage of the mistakes from Bob Secamano. Turnovers really hurt him in this one.
Absolutely. It's really some impressive running numbers there for the Jets, and maybe should have stuck to that a little bit more earlier, but that's hindsight. But great job by Purple Haze to really shut down the pass and get the big turnovers while also avoiding some big ones himself in there, and a couple risky passes, and he got a couple, breaks with some covered catches as well. But, that's made for a really tight ball game, and right down to the last play, you can't ask for much more than that.
Well, Vikingmoe, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for everyone who's been watching this. We got another game for you coming shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Trojan 1979 here with the one, the only Angry J93. How we doing?
Doing great. I'm really looking forward to some playoff action here. It's really starting to heat up.
So, at a turn of events here, we have an elimination game for you. This is round one of the losers bracket. This is essentially the only game that was a play-in to the remainder part of round two of the losers bracket. So it's technically a round one game, although both players have a loss to their record already. DeRiddler dropped a game pretty handily to, I believe it was the Shield, and then Justin Peters actually had to forfeit his game. So just going back here, the Shield defeats DeRiddler 28-9, and Thrash advanced over Justin Peters just due to personal conflict, and there was a forfeit. So both players fighting for their Tecmo life here in this matchup. So elimination games are always interesting. Let's see how it goes. So the matchup this time is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. This is one of my favorites. It's definitely two teams that have some similarities, but definitely a different entity. You got Pound the Rock with Christian Okoye, and then you got Dan Marino slinging dimes everywhere. Which of these two teams do you prefer in this matchup?
I would probably prefer Kansas City because they can switch it up on offense a little bit better with their passing and running attack. But there's enough play here for Miami. I think their pass offense can really take advantage of Kansas City's average secondary. So I'm really excited to see who can get their offense rolling, because I think whoever gets their offense rolling here is going to be a huge favorite.
So Pete Stoyanovich hanging out way back. Justin Peters keeping him there. Nice return by Riddler past the 50, in fact, past the 40-yard line of Miami. So Steve DeBorg dropping back underneath to Okoye. Drones dive and miss. No popcorn there for anyone this time. Out to the 30. Second down and 3.
Yeah, Steve DeBerg's a really underrated quarterback. I think he's going to be well-suited to attack this Miami defense.
Really, his only downfall is just his slow maximum speed of 6. But that was enough to get him a first down on that play. So 1st and 10 for the bottom hash mark for DeRiddler. And forcing it to Todd McNair. And the drone is there. Justin Peters' man defender is there, and then is deflected incomplete.
Yeah, kind of a tough window to fit that pass into, but scrambling with DeBerg isn't always easy.
Carl Wilson with the drone sack, 3rd down and 18. Hard to get the ball away under center when you have only 6 maximum speed and a called play.
Yeah, just looking to see a good running player from McCoy, probably get a little bit closer to the field goal range.
So, nowhere to go. Cliff Odom with the drone sack, and now it's time for a field goal attempt from Nick Lowry. And he may have missed it. He does. It's wide. Not sure if Online Leg had a say in the matter, but it is now incomplete.
Yeah, those last 4 plays there for the Riddler were pretty uninspiring. He went backwards on a few of them, and then that missed kick. It's really a botched opportunity after a huge kickoff return to start the game.
I don't know why I said incomplete. It's just no good. Mark Duber with the reception. Nice dime by Justin Peters. He's known to get those burn routes.
Yeah, Dan Marino, perfect guy to throw a burn route with, so should definitely see Justin Peters at his best with those today.
2nd down and 7. Up a possession right now is Justin Peters. Calls pass 1. And buying time, goes underneath the Jensen, has the completion with a laser down to the 12, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Dolphins have a huge advantage here with their pass game. It's really tough to decide who to use in pass defense with the Chiefs. They just don't have a great pass defender.
Underneath the Jensen again. And that was a clinic, that drive. Justin Peters effortlessly down the field, 6-0.
Yeah, it was a beautiful drive down the field by Justin Peters. Just taking advantage of a missed opportunity by DeRidler on that missed field goal. Like I said, I think whoever gets their offense rolling will win this game, and that was an impressive set of plays there by Justin Peters.
7-0 your score. So Riddler had that great return. Spoiled the field goal attempt with really no rush on it. And Justin Peters makes him pay for it dearly. So Okoye, much more humble return out to the 14 this time.
Yeah, it looked like Pete Stoyanovich was actually going to get involved in that play. Kept Okoye a little bit more honest.
Goes to J.J. Bird, and it's picked off by McKyer. So 7-0 as Justin Peters is rolling here. 7-0 and fresh possession now deep in Chiefs territory. Sammy Smith with the run. Nice movement, avoids the drones. It's taken down inside of the 25, 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
Really well done there by Sammy Smith. Any yards you can gain on the rushing attack with Miami, that's just found money.
Oh, and Tony Page up the middle. DeRidler was on his back, and that's a touchdown for Justin Peters. It's an elimination game, and you're Riddler, and now you're down 2 scores in the second quarter.
Yeah, Riddler here, that was a tough drive. I mean, first drive he got passed on, second drive he got ran on. He's got to find a way to regroup here, just put together a solid drive, and take this game one play at a time now, because he's got to play damn near perfect to come out with a win here.
I suppose making his opponent have to go more than 40 yards to score would be a help. But now we got a fumble and picked up by the Chiefs, so Riddler dodging a proverbial dagger there. 1st down and 10 here from his 14-yard line. And here's a run through to Okoye, bread and butter. This play always has a chance of this running back. And out near the marker. It is 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, it's just huge to get a positive player for the Riddler. Anything to get the flow going.
Call play incomplete, 3rd and 1.
It's probably almost 4-down territory already, but hopefully Riddler get this right here with Okoye.
So McNair actually with the run there on that offset formation, so the RB2. Interesting that he has that choice instead of leveraging Okoye there. And he's got the JJ to JJ Bird, and that was a play they tried to go for before that lead to the interception.
JJ squared on that one.
JJ to JJ. I like it. So Okoye with a nice gain, 5 yards. Jarvis Williams on defense. And just matriculating down the field goes the Chiefs, honoring their former coach, Hank Stram.
Yeah, won a Super Bowl way back when.
Their only one. And another interception. Wow, this is a crazy game. So, DeRidler trying to invent ways to not win, giving the ball back to Justin Peters. This time he actually doesn't have to go a long ways to score. So, we'll see how quickly it takes him to go, 90 or so yards. Sammy Smith, a reception, and gets the marker 1st down. We got 1:31 at Tecmo time in the half.
Yeah, nice chunk play there by Justin Peters. Going to need a few more of those to get in field goal range.
Here goes Marino. Pass 3 was the call. Yeah, let him go.
Needs some, his ears back.
Does Isotoner make boots as well?
They're not lightweight, that's for sure.
Must be steel toe. And going to Jensen and it intercepted by Kevin Ross. So not really sure why that was forced. But Riddler now has a chance to lob it up, and he's got the better quarterback for that. So, and he's got 2 guys open down the field, so the drone support is not particularly great here. Going up, turning the page, And it doinks, and that will be the end of the first half. 14-0 your score. Del Riddler, I guarantee he's the one that skipped halftime.
Yeah, it's a little puzzling, some of the decisions that the Riddler has made. That last interception near the end of the second quarter was a little confusing because he's doing nicely, going slowly down the field. Oh, we got an onside kick here.
Covered by Tony Page and goes out of bounds. Not sure why he went out of bounds. You cannot fumble an onside kick after it's been recovered. It's treated essentially like a fumble the first time it's picked up. But anyway, Sammy Smith up the middle, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, this is a huge drive for Justin Peters. If he can get a touchdown here, he's going to be in full control of this game.
Marino just gets the marker and gets out of bounds. First down for Justin Peters, up 14-0 here in the third quarter. This is an elimination game, elimination Tecmo between the Riddler and Justin Peters. Sammy Smith, 25, 20. And taken down on the field of play. First down, Justin Peters.
Yeah, some good play calling here by Justin Peters. Looks like the Riddler's still on his heels. Can't quite figure out which way to attack this Miami offense.
Call play, and it is redirected out of bounds. A little break for the Riddler there because it looked like he was open. The wide receiver 1. So, underneath the page here, he's taking Derek Thomas, and while he is fast, against most of the receivers here, the chance for a cover catch is so high because of only the 19 INT. Comes Percy Snow up the middle, and Chris Martin and company get to him. So a sack on Dan Marino. 2nd down and 13.
Yeah, that was one of my main concerns for this Chiefs defense against Marino. They just don't have a good enough man defender to shut down things consistently. Although, right there, that's a nice play by the Riddler in man defense.
Tries to get the cover to catch to Mark Clayton. It's incomplete. This actually is a 3rd and goal here. Goes up again. Thomas interested. There was a double coverage there, so not as useless would be Derek Thomas there. So 4th down and 13. I'm surprised they didn't go for the 3rd score through a field goal. This time he's got him. So I guess they figure the odds are with him. Throw to a covered Mark Clayton 4 times. 3 or 4 times, and that's exactly what happened. So his mama calling Clayton. I'm going to call Clayton. And, man, wow. Did you see how fast Derek Thomas got in there?
Came out like a cannonball. He almost got that one. Wouldn't really change the game much, but
he almost caught the hold. So 21-0 here, and a full meter kick. So certainly seems to be raining shit on the Riddler. I don't know what his answer is going to be here, but 2:08 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, he's just got to find a way to score quickly here and start getting some turnovers. But first things first, looks like he's looking for a JJ here deep to turn the page.
That can be his legit strategy over his head. Looking like it had a chance. And probably going to see a whole lot more of this.
Yeah, it's not the wrong idea. I mean, now we got the status check to see if he can find any magic here. But, I mean, this is really the hole that the Riddler has painted himself into, or the corner, excuse me. He's just got to go for it. He can't really try and be deceptive about anything, and he's kind of got to get lucky at this point.
I mean, when you're looking at Jonathan Hayes and Bill Jones, that's a rough day at the office. So really, Page is your option. I think you got to. I have to look at the route tree here, but basically, pass one is going to get you the most opportunities to get Page down the field. He wants some breathing room here. He wants a first down, and he gets it. So Okoye on the ground for a first down, and the back can be here on pass 3. It's called. And tries to get the diving JJ.
Yeah,
that could have been 4. It's either pass 3 or pass 4.
I just got blown up from the start.
Back-to-back called plays, and when you have a condensed playbook, this is likely to happen. And I imagine run 3 is going to be open most of the time to him if he wants to call it. Except for on 4th down, you never know what he can call. Section opportunity, if a pass play has not been called, run 4 is the call. Gets the bump, needs it, and here comes McNair. Wow, could not zigzag that one defender to start, but this is a play where you want to try to get 6 here because this is basically a timeless play. It's
and
covered.
Looks like Justin Peters knew it.
And incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here, 21-0. DeRidler with a tall task. Going up, turning the page. And deflected.
Yeah, that was one of those rare non-called plays on a passing down for DeRidler. He's really got to take advantage of those. Unfortunately, that one didn't come through.
He does have J.J. Burden this time. So now in scoring distance, and he gets the tap. I don't know what that was about. I thought Justin Peters taps, but maybe he doesn't. So 1st and goal for DeRidler, who is on life support, but trying to get back into this one. This time the dive from Justin Peters stops the possibility of that blocker coming back on him.
All right, just want to run this one in.
Oh, he had him open, and he just drops the ball, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it looks like he could have scored passing or running, and just didn't work out there. That's a huge play there for Justin Peters.
So Okoye tries to make the corner, and he gets the bump and the score. Touchdown, Riddler.
Good to see the Riddler get on the board here. That was a nice drive. That was about a 90-yard drive. Ran the pass plays and the run plays to near perfection, despite having a lot of his plays called on that drive.
So 21-7, your score. Riddler needing an onside kick recovery, and Marino gets it, so he doesn't have it there.
Those Isoternal gloves on the hands team coming through for Marino.
That's actually pretty funny. Where's Snowflake?
Kidnapped.
Laces out, everyone. Laces out. So, going to Duper. He's got him open as a fumble. This could be the break that Riddler needs. He needs a few of them. And you just got to get down here because you just got to chuck it down. So, again, life support. Don't pull the plug just yet. Call play. Gonna have to eat this one. Throws it in the dirt.
Yep, right decision there. Just get rid of it. Save some time here. Every second counts.
So run through the call. Okoye gets out of bounds. I don't know if that was intentional, but again, you don't want to be stuck in the middle there and wasting time grappling. Every second counts right now. Going to go crossfield to Bill Jones. Incomplete. All right, so finally has a deep play where he has a chance here to Page. And he's going up to the top. And he's got him right near the goal line. And that time Justin Peters keeps him out.
That's a nice pass there with the clean pocket finally for DeBerg. This is really starting to make this game interesting now.
Not sure why he didn't just follow his blockers there. He had a touchdown on the bottom to the Riddler there. Crossfield back of the end zone. He's got Page again. So rewards him after that long grab. And now it's 13-21. So Riddler coming back here down 3 scores with back-to-back touchdowns after the turnover from Justin Peters, and another onside kick will be coming here.
Yeah, just needs another good luck play here. Luckily he's player 1, so he does have a viable chance here.
Bounce, and recovered by the Dolphins, and it's almost impossible now.
And again, running out of bounds. A little curious on that, like you said. The receiving team can't fumble there. Yeah, a little puzzling.
Tackle's broken, throws the ball, and Clayton is open, but the throw is not on target, and 23 seconds remaining here. A punt would probably be the right decision here. Forced throw.
That seemed like a risky play, just kind of running around with Marino in the backfield. It could have been a fumble and a return situation because there wasn't a lot of help there.
Well, time has expired here. Just throwing a crossfield to Duper. Really nothing can happen here, and that'll be your ball game. So, valiant effort by the Riddler, who drops this one 21-14. Justin Peters will be advancing here in the losers bracket, and we'll continue on. But the Riddler, our friend, our fellow color commentator, Ohio friend, is now eliminated from the tournament, so I guess that frees up his booth time.
Yeah, I'm a little sad to see him go because that might mean less booth time for me. But
don't worry about it, Fred. It's all about who's available when Trojan's available too. So, great effort to try to make it a game there after a lot of people would fold after being down 3 scores. But our best to the Riddler and Justin Peters as they continue on their Tecmo journey. For Angry J93, this is Trojan. Stay with us. We got the game of the week coming up next.
Hey, honey, should we sell our old car or trade it in on the new one?
Why don't you donate it to Rawhide? Donors get a full tax deduction for cars, trucks, boats, or campers. Plus, the Boys Ranch gets needed income when they're sold. To get a map of over 200 collection sites across Wisconsin, just call this toll-free number, 1-800-221-AUTO.
Bart Starr's in our medicine cabinet.
Wow, I heard he moved.
I'm here to see Sterling Sharp, please.
Name, please?
Name. Hey, now let me tell you a little about Sterling before we meet him. He's a strong man. Sterling's like a freight train with stick-up. Sterling, you remember me. I worked with you.
You okay, man?
Like a freight train, man. Choo-choo. Choo-choo, baby.
If you don't think the elements are out to get your new car,
You're wrong.
insist on a total protection package from the Protector.
Rust-proofing, paint shield, fabric shield, and more.
The toughest auto care products backed by the best warranties.
So, if you want superior protection for your new car,
Insist on the total protection package from the Protector. Hey, when did you get so interested in protection?
ever since I quit wearing a helmet. Look for the Protector Knight as your assurance of quality.
Montana. Hey, Marino. Great game, man. Oh, thanks. A draw play in the second quarter. Great choice.
You make a choice because it feels right.
Can I buy you one? It's the least you can do.
Diet Pepsi, 100% NutraSweet.
Here you go. Don't drop it.
100% taste.
See you, Dan. Joe, next year, I'm buying.
Diet Pepsi, the 1-calorie choice of a new generation.
Welcome back, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. It's the game of the week. Trojan 1979 here with Angry J 93 in a game between Primetime and Thule. How we doing, Angry J?
Doing great. I always love playoff action and the intensity that comes with it, so I'm really excited to get this going tonight.
So this is the first game that both these players are playing in the bracket, so it is not an elimination game. The winner will continue on to the winner's bracket, and the loser will go on to the loser's bracket, where they'll be playing for elimination moving forward. So definitely want to try to stay in the winner's bracket because it gives you a little more room for error. But both these guys are Tecmo veterans. Primetime from Wisconsin, Thule from Michigan. Both are solid guys. And let's get on to the action where we're going to have a Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati Bengals matchup. Miami with Marino against David Fulcher on defense with the Bengals. Why don't you break it down for us?
I think you just nailed it right there. That's the key matchup here for Cincinnati. To succeed on defense, David Fulcher has to have a huge game in man control. Without that, they're undermanned against this very talented Miami offense where they can get a lot of covered catches and even run the ball a little bit in certain situations. So that's going to be the key matchup. If David Fulcher wins it, I think the Bengals have a great chance. If Marino has his way, I think the Dolphins are going to be very successful on offense.
The last time we saw Primetime on stream with the Dolphins, we saw him run the ball over and over and over. And we'll see how much he goes at Fulcher. He's got 2 plays straight up the middle and then 1 to the bottom at his natural position. And we've got the play action to go with it. So a little unorthodox as you normally would see. Mark Logan with a reception, by the way, and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. The one thing that he may be concerned with is the hitting power, knocking off wide receivers. So he may have some odd placements of players. That's one of the things that Fulcher brings to the table is just basically instantly eliminating a blocker on contact. But nice ball movement here so far by Primetime. We have a cold run 1 out of bounds. He goes second down and 13.
Yeah, you mentioned Primetime with his unusual playbook. I think that might be an advantage here as Fulcher can really break up the more traditional pass plays that are picked.
3rd down and 2, scramble from Primetime. So when you're getting positive yardage with a 6 max speed quarterback like Marino, you're doing something right. And just short of the marker, but he gets the taps. Primetime also with an extra block from the drone, and is finally tripped up inside the 30-yard line. So 1st down for Primetime here in Bengals territory. Up the middle he goes. Sammy Smith with a nice run. He's got some space. 10 out of bounds at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal.
Yeah, Primetime, like you said, it looks like he has a tap that just makes the run offense here for Miami all the more dangerous. Should keep Cincinnati a bit more reluctant to just run in. But right there, beautiful play there by the defense, knocking down Marino.
Call play leads to a sack by the drone, Skip McClendon, and a run to the top. Not a lot of room there, and 1 yard only. So 3rd and goal from the 9. Run again, Sammy Smith, who seems to evade everyone, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So that was a bit odd to see. I thought someone would make contact with him, but he didn't. Now we got a 6-0 game.
Sammy Smith looking very elusive today, even without the status upgrade. That was a really nice drive by Primetime, I think. He had some good pass plays there. His running game was impressive. Looks like he's got the taps. I just think this opens up a lot of doors for him and should help neutralize David Folger a little bit better. So Thule's going to have to really find a way to situate his defense in a better formation.
Get your cold cuts, Icky Woods, out from the 6-yard line. It was a shorter kick. And breaks a tackle, puts it on the ground. It's bouncing around, still picked up by the Bengals. Brian Blades, is that?
I didn't realize he was a Bengal.
It might have been a lineman. I don't know the roster that well.
Brian Blados.
Blados, okay. So it really, I thought he was a Seahawk. Blades was. So I just learned something. Every once in a while you get those fumbles, you get to learn players, because normally you don't care that much about the lines. But anyway, the Brooks, if they had penalties turned on like they're built into the game, maybe we actually would learn these linemen's names.
Yeah, but we'd always be cursing them for holding in those critical situations. So maybe it's the best that they're not there.
I agree. So Boomer running away and on cross field to Icky Woods. Nowhere in this zip code, and 2nd down and 10 is your down and distance.
Yeah, not too tricky to overthrow Icky Woods. He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
More like a cold cuts kind of guy.
He just wants the meat.
You set that up so well. 7-0 Primetime over Thule. Game of the week. We're glad you're with us. Hey, if you haven't yet, I don't think I've barked about this yet, make sure you like the video. It helps us out a lot. Talk and chat if you're seeing this on the back end. Leave a comment if you like the video. Really glad you're hanging out with us on the Red Sports Gamer channel. It's been a lot of fun. Our 3rd year straight as we are in round 1 of the playoffs here. Holman, the intended receiver, nowhere is he able to get that. It's hard to get those JJs with the quarterbacks with a faster delivery.
Yeah, and there's no help there when it's triple covered. Looked like it was a little bit of a forced pass there, but Esiason, he's been high and wide on his passes this game so far.
So, wow, ballsy play here on 4th down and 10. The run 3 and the drone support on defense wasn't fantastic, and Thule able to exploit it for a 1st down.
Incredible run, incredible play call, and 4th down there. That took some serious fortitude by Thule.
Thule, of course, playing Goodbye Horses in his headphones. 2nd down and 13.
If he was only playing the Broncos, that might be more appropriate.
It's an inside joke back to Chicago. 1st down with the JJ there on pass 2. Someone keeps playing Goodbye Horses, which, of course, is infamous for the Buffalo Bill scene from Silence of the Lambs. Every time we go to Chicago for a tournament, someone ends up putting that on the jukebox, and it's just a very surreal moment. 2nd down and 1. Precious. He's got Kaiser Wilhelm in the game. I don't know when that happened. But crossfield to Icky Woods, who now is inside the 5 and a 1st and goal.
Must have been during the status check. I did notice that Icky Woods isn't good, so he'll be looking to do the Icky shuffle in the end zone here if he's allowed to.
And there's the QB sneak Kaiser Wilhelm now. And now here comes the proverbial. Are you going to call run 4 on defense to take that away? It's an uncomfortable decision to make when you're this close.
Yeah, you have to be almost in your opponent's head to feel comfortable with that one.
Julian didn't think he was going to win the taps, and he just sat there. I don't think he's ever won a tap in his life. That's a special moment there for Thule. Well, this time, Brooks trying to get to the corner, and he does get the end zone touchdown. James Brooks.
Yeah, luckily that one tap battle for Thule in the previous down didn't cost him the touchdown. A nice play call there. That huge 4th down conversion early in the drive really proved to be vital, and he keeps himself right on pace with primetime here as he ties it back up with that extra point.
7-7 your score. Into the breach we go, my friends, to Page out of his end zone, a full meter kick. To the 5, to the 10, and taken down. So primetime was an excellent drive. A lot of it on the ground on that last position. See if he continues the same trend. Pass 4 is the call. Going up to the stationary receiver, which is Sammy Smith. Taken down in the middle of the field. That's probably the only negative thing on that play. Deciding to risk getting tackled. But no fumble.
I actually think it might have been a good decision with the lack of time on the clock here.
2nd down and 8.
Only 49 seconds. Maybe got 2-3 plays here to try and get into field goal range.
Want to see?
Or just go for the touchdown.
I wonder if we'll see Scott Mitchell. Oh, going against that weak DB, but it's a double covered, and Carter with the pick. So now Thule with an opportunity.
Yeah, Thule really benefiting there from some good fortune. Usually those DBs against Miami are severely undermanned, but they came up big right here, and he can try and take the lead going into halftime.
It's almost automatic when you go against him with the likes of a Jensen or a Duper or a Clayton. Yeah, but that time it backfired, like you said. 2nd down and 10, and maybe one shot here, and then you're going to have to try to put 3 on the board. Kaiser Wilhelm, it's taken down.
Yeah, Wilhelm was in full retreat on that one, just trying to not fumble, get out of bounds, and looks like we're going to see a field goal to try and end the half here.
So, I don't know. Primetime probably should have tried to call the timeout there, just in case it was missed, because he would have had a chance to respond with a JJ attempt of his own. And because he let it go down, he had no opportunity for that. But we go into halftime, 7-7. The Doinker bounces out. Game of the week, Trojan 1979 with Angry J 93. We're glad you're here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. This is the GBLAN 2019 Tecmo Super Bowl Tournament. We are in the playoffs. This is round 1. This is not an elimination game. These are 2 Tecmo juggernauts that have been in the game a long time, doing good battle here. And a close one as we enter the 3rd quarter. Icky Woods and his cold cuts getting out past the 15 and taken down. So, your takeaways from the first half?
I think this, like you said, has been a great game. Both players are, they had some good moments and some moments they would have liked to have had back. And I think a tie score is deserved here. And I'm really excited to see what happens in the second half, because if they keep playing like this, then we're going to have a really exciting end to this one.
Well, James Brooks being in bad does not help. Look, Icky Woods isn't good. Brooks is really the main weapon that the Bengals possess.
Did you see if Esiason was in poor or bad? Excuse me, because you still got Wilhelm leading the charge here.
I think that has to be the case. There's no other reason why you'd put Wilhelm in other than just pass trajectory. Maybe he wants to be able to do the JJ game and can't feel like he can't do it right now with Esiason.
With James Brooks and bad, is the JJ a viable strategy for the Bengals in this situation against the Dolphins secondary, which is pretty good?
Well, it's all about the time routes and the plays that you have selected. So, but Brooks the top. So even at 50 maximum speed is still a very viable running back. Brooks is not going to get benched unless he feels like he's better as a receiver. With receptions being his lowest stat, right now you'd probably only put him in near the end of a game or end of a half where you want to get him down the field. But a nice run from Brooks for a first down.
Yeah, Thule not shying away from using Brooks regardless of him being in bad condition. He just might be a little bit more cautious and edge towards the sideline a bit more, as fumbles might occur a little bit more often.
So Wilhelm buying time, going up to Rodney Holman, and he's got the JJ inside the 5. Here comes the taps, and taken down at about the 3-yard line. First and goal.
JJ looking pretty viable on that one, putting my questions to rest. Big play here, now on the doorstep for Thule.
And as this broadcast continues, incomplete pass there, I'd like to go ahead and give my condolences to the Hartford Whalers, also known as the Carolina Hurricanes, who have been swept by the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, they were a bunch of jerks, as they called themselves, but they really fought hard in the playoffs this year. Really, really happy to see them succeed as much as they did.
Touchdown, Kaiser Wilhelm. With his legs, it's 13-7. And I'd really hope to hear some brass bonanza and more references to it on NHL94.com. By the way, if you're ever interested in playing NHL 94 online, you can do that in a very similar fashion that we're doing Tecmo Online, just a different emulator, but process is essentially the same. So, Page out of his end zone and out of bounds, or excuse me, taken down rather, near the 8-yard line.
Important drive here for prime time. Getting a little bit later in the game.
And right up the middle goes Sammy Smith for first down. And looks like Farrell Edmonds in good. Jim Jensen in bad. Still probably should make the field. Do we have a sideline reporting notification?
Yeah, I just got something from, what's her face?
What?
I can't think of her name, the NBC lady. I'm just totally blanking right now. Good job, Angry Jay. This is why the Riddler might be...
If we were going to go back in time to the 90s, I couldn't even tell you who that was. What is that, like Leslie Visser? I don't know.
That was Hannah Storm or something. Yeah, Leslie Visser was another one.
So Mark Logan in good condition and is doing pretty well to start this one, right up the middle. And now this is a cold run 1. And loss on the play, 2nd and 13.
Yeah, looks like primetime, and like we said in his previous matchup with Miami, looking to run the ball more often than not.
Back-to-back called plays. Pass 1, that play action was called. Luckily there was no fumble.
Going right back to the well.
James Francis unable to get down to Clayton. His mama called him Clayton. I called it a first down.
Yeah, that's a big conversion there. Francis is not the best pass defender, so primetime making a good read there.
Well, this Thule is in the head of primetime right now. A lot of called plays. Not a lot of running room, but Smith gets out, and he's already passed the marker. He's got a first down on the bounds at the 35-yard line. First down for primetime here. 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The tap advantage seems to be significant now.
Wouldn't be too surprised to see a chance at the end zone here with the only
Burn
2 second
route.
clock.
He's got Clayton just out of the reach of Fulcher. 14-7 your score. Thule over primetime, who has the ball and is now in the red zone. He's got Clayton in the bottom of the end zone, but Fulcher is there. Tries to force it in, incomplete.
Tried that button trick, but Fulcher's too fast. He can't be fooled like that.
Going up to Duper. This time he gets him. Just too much real estate, even for Fulcher to cover against Marino. Mark Duper is super, and that was cheesy, but it's a touchdown. Dan Marino, and we're out to see a tie ball game.
Yeah, 3 receivers wide open there for Miami. I mean, Cincinnati guessed right, but Fulcher just couldn't react fast enough. Great drive there by primetime. Really critical one is you don't want to fall too far behind in the fourth quarter, even as player 1.
14-14 your score here. It's been exciting here. We'll see if Thule can put together a drive that eats away most of the clock and puts 6 on the board.
Yeah, I think the condition of Brooks will dictate how this drive go. He's in bad still, so it's probably going to be a little bit more methodical of a drive. Looking to run out of bounds a little bit more often than not. Passing game might look for a JJ, much like he did with Holman on the previous drive. So I see Thule being a no rush here. I'd be surprised if he tried to force something into coverage.
Well, 1st and 10 from the top hash mark. Pass 1 is the call. He's going to have the tight end and the running backs open and decides to keep it on the ground with a Sison, the safe bet. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Sison, fairly mobile quarterback, so wouldn't be too surprised to see him get called into action here on the rushing attack.
Pass 4 is the call. Sison continuing to do this here. Out of bounds at the 21-yard line and another first down. So the mobility to grind the clock away is now a priority here for Thule, and I think that's why Sison's back in the game.
Yeah, and there's no reason for him to change his strategy. He's going to try and make Primetime change up his defensive mindset, and once he does, Thule might look to switch things up on that play and go for a JJ of sorts.
Really, only the pressure here is that he only needs 3 if he takes the clock down far enough. So crossfield to Harold Green, and it is dropped. So 3rd down and 4.
Really bad bounce there for Thule because he had the first down with the Sison, but chose to go for the passing play for the bigger chunk gain, and it didn't quite work out.
This QB sneak play is just paying dividends for the Bengals on a first down for Thule. I think the running backs have more rushing yards than the running backs. The quarterbacks have more rushing yards than the running backs. I think I lost the ability to speak. What time is it? Wow!
But it's getting late in real life and getting late in this game. But Esiason really establishing his dominance. I mean, this has just been a clinic in quarterback mobility, quarterback scrambling. It's just impressive to watch.
I think we may have just invented a meme. First down.
That's all, folks.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's anyone out there with actual speech impediment, there's no disrespect intended there. Sometimes the brain just ceases to function. But here we go. Jarvis Williams on defense. It's called a run on defense, and everyone's open, and Sison just keeps it on the ground. Thule, in no rush to score here, wants to maintain control. Top hash mark. Run 3, almost too obvious. And here he goes. So another first down here, 1:50 Tecmo time remaining. And now we're seeing timeouts being used by Primetime, trying to preserve some opportunity to come back because it's almost a foregone conclusion here as the Dolphins have really no way to rush a field goal that some points are going to end up on the board here.
Yeah, Primetime has to almost have to hope that Thule just gives it to James Brooks, and with James Brooks being bad, that he gets lucky and he fumbles. That's probably his best chance at a stop on this possession here.
Jeff Cross manually there with the bump. And here comes Brooks. And decides to take the 6. Not the worst decision in the world, but I feel like maybe he could have taken a little more time off, but it's 20-14, and I wonder if just the high risk reward there if Primetime didn't allow Thule to score there.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win situation for both players, I feel. I mean, Thule assures himself overtime at this stage because it's going to be tough for Primetime to get 2 scores in this little time. But, Primetime's got to be happy he's going to get a legitimate chance here.
So Logan, not a great return. I think he probably was hoping to at least get to the 15. It allows you to start chucking the ball. But a field goal won't do it. You need 6. Here's a run 1. This is a play that's been taking away most of the game, and here comes Sammy Smith. And I think he was hoping to get maybe 15 to 20 yards there, and the drone got there in a hurry.
Yeah, looks like he's just trying to buy some space.
Vulture has been popcorn. This is a faster running back. This has been a lot more dangerous. But now the one thing here is the last time what's been called here, Marino's still in. You're essentially, what the situation is, you have to hope that play is not called because you don't have enough time to eat it and call another play here. You want more like 10 seconds for that to happen, but it's a foregone conclusion. If it's a called play, the game is over.
Yeah, this is a real Hail Mary for all intents and purposes here for Primetime. We'll see if Mitchell comes into the game. That's generally a legitimate strategy, but it looks like he's going to stay with before I speak too soon.
I think you have to, just the trajectory of Marino and the chance of that. If you had an isolation down the field and the call play, so he's going to try to call, it's not going to work. And the time expires 21-14. Thule over Primetime. So Primetime will find himself down in the loser's bracket. Will have to battle it back. Thule advances and will have a tough task in front of him. So takeaways on this game.
This is just a great playoff game. Both teams, they battled hard for every inch on the field. Thule just, he strung it together a few more plays that were beneficial to his team. And Kaiser Wilhelm, Boomer Esiason, they ran the ball like mad. had a really nice balanced offense, and that was just enough to edge out Primetime, who, had a really impressive running attack with Miami, but that defense just couldn't handle Thule's offense. So that's why Thule's moving on, and Primetime's dropping down into the losers bracket.
Well, thanks to everyone who helped broadcast this week. Tecmo Ninja, Vikingmoe, Angry J93. It's been awesome. We'd also like to thank all the viewers for watching week in and week out. We really appreciate what you're doing, both your time in, if you've been participating in the tournament itself, playing in it, was also supporting the stream when it goes live, as well as everyone else that's been joining and supporting and interacting with us. So if you wouldn't mind, definitely share this out with some friends. If you know people that like Tecmo Super Bowl, we just want to get this in front of those eyeballs. We think that we put together a broadcast that a lot of people want to see. So for Angry J93, this is Trojan 1979. We'll be signing off shortly, but before we do, we're going to go ahead and put up the scores from the week, so stay tuned for that. Take care.